Cause nowadays, y'all rappers are carbon copies. Your bars are sloppy, still it's hard to stop me. Especially when I connect with my man, rep with my fam, we taking back the rest of our land.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Los Angeles Clippers can deliver the goods here at home. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win. Prior to that loss, they hadn't lost in this matchup, Clark. Now they only have the edge, 2-1.
Yeah, they were able to keep it close for the most part, but you could just tell they were not in sync as a unit.
Greg, you're exactly right. It couldn't have been worse, in my opinion. They didn't look fresh at any point in the game. Just seemed to be flat and listless, no spark.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, the athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Garnett out there with Towns, and it's Jones in at the 1 spot. The offensive rebound, Jordan kicks to Redick. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Redick's got himself on the board with 3 there. Jones with it. Passes it to Wiggins. Nice D from Crawford.
Well, guys, in the NBA, you learn things by doing them in game-time action. And Andrew Wiggins had plenty of time to learn on the job. He was second in the league in minutes played last season, only behind James Harden.
Outside, Jones. From outside, off the mark. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Kicks it to Redick. He dishes it to Crawford. Off target from outside.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Outside, Jones. Garnett, the screen. Back to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Cannot hit. Paul with the defensive effort.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crawford.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside, Jones. Pass to Levine. Can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
Redick with the bucket.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Jones with it. Chris Paul covering. Here's Garnett. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Paul kicks to Crawford. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Redick inside the line. They grabbed their own miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Jones, no one around him. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Redick. And that one's on target from the wing. Redick's got 7 points. The Timberwolves have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Jones kicks to Levine. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Griffin. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Griffin's got his second bucket.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
The shot by Redick, no good.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks. Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation. Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And, you know, J.J. Redick has shown steady improvement in his game. He entered the league as a spot shooter off the bench. Last season, averaged over 30 minutes a game for the Clippers. He's come a long way.
For the Clippers, Smith checked in for Griffin. Pierce comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for J.J. Redick. Minnesota also with the sub. Ricky Rubio checked in for Jones. And Redick has improved every phase of his game over every year, especially in the area of efficiency. Shooting over 47% from the field last year. And Greg, that by far the highest in his career.
Yeah, and his mid-range jumper last year, just automatic. The turnovers per minute averaged also ridiculously low. It even improved as a defender.
Here's Levine. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Levine's got his first bucket in this one.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Nice shot by Smith.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
Paul dishes to Smith. Back to Paul. Feeds it to Stevenson. Takes the three. The rebound by Garnett. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
Now here's Pierce. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And it's Stevenson again missing. Here's Levine. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater. And a word from Chris Paul, who has a little something to say about the success of a very special and influential teammate, Blake Griffin.
You know, Blake, everything that's happening for him.
Of course, we know that Blake would say the exact same thing about Chris Paul. You know, Chris and Blake Griffin share so much in common when it comes to being the hardcore Clippers their owner brags about all the time.
And you think about it, Chris Paul is not easily impressed, nor is Doc Rivers, for that matter, but both of these guys have praised Griffin for how hard he's worked and how far he's come in his career.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, the athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Towns is out there with Garnett, and it's Jones in at the point guard position.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
He's perfect from the line this time. Well, Andrew Wiggins showed that he's going to be a big-time player in this league, Clark, for a long time.
And we knew Wiggins could attack the basket and create his own shot, Kevin, but I think many, and I'm included in this, were surprised at how good his jumper looks this early in his career. I mean, it's pretty reliable right now.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Jones against Paul. Beyond the arc. And he gets it to go. Jones has got the game tied up here for Minnesota.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look. And with Wiggins' game, he has a nice jumper for a player his age. As he grows in the league, he'll become more and more comfortable shooting from deep. He'll be nearly impossible to guard when he has a consistent three-point shot.
And, you know, with Wiggins, it just isn't all about his ability to score. Showed a real knack for making the unselfish play, too. Understands how to work as a unit to create shots and gets to the right spot on the floor. His potential is unlimited.
Griffin hits them both. And an interesting byproduct of Blake Griffin extending his shooting range and his perimeter defense, Clark, his rebounding numbers have gone way down.
Well, it's hard to have it both ways, Kevin. I mean, the team needs him to keep working on his perimeter game, and if he's out on the perimeter, it makes it tougher for him to get rebounds inside.
Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Paul against Jones. The drive by Paul. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Paul's got 5 points so far. Minnesota's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter.
And on the topic of Griffin's rebounding, there's another force that helps submarine his numbers. DeAndre Jordan. Over the past few seasons, as Jordan's boards went up, Griffin's have gone down. Now, you'd think with the two elite rebounders that the team would finish better than 20th in rebounding last year, but that's another story.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. Timberwolves trail by 5.
And back to Griffin for a minute. I think he will soon find a balance between his emerging perimeter game and his rebound. 7.5 boards a game, far too few for him last year. He's likely to return to double-digit rebounding averages, I think, sometime soon.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Towns, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Garnett comes in for Bialic. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Muhammad. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Kevin Martin.
And, guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Griffin's shot is off. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And LaVine with the slam.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. In the corner, it's Crawford. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. And it's 7 points for Jamal Crawford.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Out to the right wing. Shoots from the line. It's picked off. To the paint. Oh, and here we go. Crawford all alone.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
The Los Angeles Clippers come into this one following a loss to the Boston Celtics. Jones drives in over to the left wing. Here's Levine. They get it back. Towns kicks to Levine. Off target with his three.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
And the foul on Cole Aldridge. So, for the Clippers, Pierce is checked in for Griffin. Smith comes in for Wesley Johnson. Lance Stevenson subbed in for Jamal Crawford. There's 1:26 left to play here in the second quarter. Bean passes to Towns. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Hey, for Zach LaVine, the dunk contest last season was his coming out party to the world. He put on a show that everybody in the NBA was buzzing about.
And for LaVine and his dunking, if you saw him in college or last season, you knew he was a very special player in the air.
Well, LaVine can be one of the great all-time dunkers with his height and ability to lift off. He gets airborne so effortlessly that there are few that can match his power and finesse once he's airborne.
Jones kicks to LaVine. Plays it up and banks it in. LaVine's got 8 here in the quarter.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Pass to Smith. No one near him. Here's Aldridge. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. And the Clippers lead by 7. Look at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It was a win against the Raptors. Paul against Jones. Some solid D from Paul.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it. You know, it looks like they've recalibrated their approach away from trying the three ball.
Yeah, they started out a little slow from out there, trying something different now.
And it's slammed in by Garnett.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
And that's what the alley-oops guys will do.
In the first half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time. Some incredible work in this one by Blake Griffin. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just...
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Crawford at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Wiggins dishes to Garnett. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Garnett's got 8 points.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Jordan kicks to Paul. Dishes it to Redick. Second chance shot. They get the rebound. Down low. Griffin kicks to Paul. Paul missing again.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
He lobs it up. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They host the Spurs after this one. That'll be the second of 5 straight played at home.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Jones the pass to Garnett. Here's Towns, and it's blocked by Jordan. And the shot is good from Garnett. Garnett's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
To the inside. Jordan's shot is off. Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
The shot by Redick, no good.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
And the shot is good.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up. And you see the way Blake Griffin plays. He is a force. Very hard to contain him when he gets in close, just due to his strength and activity.
Wesley Johnson's checked in for Jamal Crawford. For Griffin and his ability to create contact close, he's been called a bull in a china shop, something that I think Clarkie embraces.
Yeah, I think he'd rather be the bull than the china in that situation because of his strength and physicality. And I think that's the right mentality to have as a power forward.
Garnett, and Jordan sends it back. And it's time for an injury report. Let's get an update on Towns. What's the status there, Doris?
Hey, Kev, I caught up with head athletic trainer for the Timberwolves. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. If he misses a large number of games, you have to think it will have an effect on their chances of winning an NBA title this season. A tough break if that's how it turns out, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
And almost for every player, it's inevitable. I mean, injuries are going to happen no matter how well you take care of yourself.
And let's just hope the rehab process doesn't drag on any longer than it has to.
And that one's good. Wiggins. Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. The Timberwolves have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. The first free throw is good.
How about Wiggins in this one? He has 12 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Pierce comes in for Blake Griffin. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Wesley Johnson. Lance Stevenson subbed in for J.J. Redick. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Throws it up high. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Last season for Chris Paul, another strong season. He had plenty of form in terms of media hype. He was as strong as ever on the court and off the court.
And that's a great point. You know, he did kind of fly under the radar. It's hard to imagine a first-team Hall of Famer in the future could do that, but a lot of it had to do with Steph Curry kind of coming on to the scene, splashing on the scene, if you will. But he is still one of the top point guards in our league.
Levine dishes to Wiggins. Shot clock at 5. Fades away. And that misses badly. Air ball. And now the Clippers on the break. Stevenson leading the charge. And it's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. .111 left in the third. Paul against Jones. Back to Pierce. They get it again. Aldridge kicks to Smith. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 4. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
You know, for Paul, you talk about the lack of talk about him last year. Very quietly came close to the 50-40-90 club. Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
That's tipped and is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Shoots. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Josh Smith. That'll be his second foul of the game. Minnesota with the ball. 4-point game. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Levine. He's guarded by Stevenson. Clock at 6. The shot, no good.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest. That shot.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Paul outside, shoots the 3, and it would have counted had it fallen. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Timberwolves trail by 4, and a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. The athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Garnett out there with Towns, and it's Jones in at the point guard. That's good. Levine's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Timberwolves.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
6 on the shot clock, out to the wing. Griffin attacking. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Jones with it, and Crawford picks him up defensively. Got a piece of it. Here's Levine. 17-foot shot on the way. Misses the hole. Now shooting 8 for 14. The feed now to Reddick. Back to Jordan. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Jones. Takes a 3. The shot will not go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. It's Reddick on the wing. That 3 off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
And the Clippers call time here. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. He told his squad, listen, guys, it's close. It's about execution here. If we do that, I like our chances. No hero ball, just trust each other and make the simple play. Kevin?
Griffin goes in. Got a hand on it. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Clippers leading by 3. Paul passes to Crawford. Right side, Griffin. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Griffin's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Jones drives in. Levine kicks to Jones. And taken away by Paul. Finish off the break. Now it's a 7-point Clipper lead. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
He kicks to Griffin. Steps back and shoots. Again, the Clippers.
Nothing new to see Griffin knock down one of those shots. That's his bread and butter.
Jones with it. He's picked up by Paul. Jones dishes to Towns. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. The first one falls.
Kevin, you look at their free throw percentage. They've been very efficient from the line today. That's a big factor.
And Towns drops them both.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Griffin goes in. Excellent D there from Garnett.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Pierce is checked in for the Clippers. Knocked loose. And now Pierce running the floor all by himself.
Boy, you got to love it. Picture perfect alley-oop.
A little surprise, though, Clark. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
Counts for 2.
Yeah, it does. Almost makes it a little more special, though, when you can have a little bit of grace as opposed to just the full Monty with the power.
Wiggins passes to Towns. Wiggins kicks to Levine. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks it out to Jones. Shoots from 12. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Griffin. That doesn't go either for Griffin. Timberwolves trail by 6. Here's Jones. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Big time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Way up and over the big guy. And what a time in the ball game to make it happen.
Here's Griffin. Got a piece of it. They recover it. Jordan dishes to Griffin.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Wiggins.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. To the paint. Connects.
This is the red-hot version of Chris Paul right there.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Outside, Jones. 3-pointer. And it's Wiggins missing. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus. And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
Griffin goes in.
And just a nice bucket there to really just sustain that lead.
Well, a few more possessions like that, and they'll do more than sustain the lead, Greg. I think they'll start.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Chris Paul. He delivered quite a star performance. Not uncommon, as we've seen him have this sort of terrific night many times.
He had a very nice night from the field tonight, shooting over 50%. That smooth, soft touch was working for him tonight. No matter how tight the D played him, he was still shooting it right in their face.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You get jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.